What's going on, everybody? This is Preston here, and this is the Hollywood Casino 400 NASCAR Cup Series Kansas race review. And yeah, guys, this Kansas race was good. It was a good race. You had playoff drivers who had the majority of the playoff drivers had at least one issue in this race. But in the end, it was a non-playoff driver that ultimately gets the win, and like the non-playoff drivers were a big factor in this race. Like they were a big factor. So yeah, let's start off Christopher Bell, man. He led the majority of this race, and both times towards the end of stage one and stage two, he hit the wall. The one in stage one didn't really affect his car that much, but he did fell back outside the top five, and then William Byron, um, he ended up, yeah, Byron, he ended up winning stage one, I think. Yeah, the stages were indeed swept by Hendrick drivers. William Byron won stage one and Alex Bowman won stage two, man. Like, Alex Bowman, man, like, we talk about with Alex Bowman real quick. He had a great race too. I picked him to make it to the round of eight with the win at Talladega next week. And speaking of Talladega, I will be at Talladega Super Speedway next Sunday. I cannot wait to go back. This is my seventh consecutive year going to the Talladega Fall Weekend. So yeah, looking forward to doing that, guys. Forward to going back there. So yeah, Christopher Bell, like I said, going back to him. He led the majority of laps. He hit the wall in both in stage one and in stage two, both late in the stages. And the second time he hit the wall, that killed his car. His car had handling issues, and it took him out of contention for the win. So yeah, there were indeed a lot of incidents. There were indeed like 8 cautions for incidents. One of them was involving in the first start of the race. Yeah, there were a total of 10 cautions and 14 lead changes in this race. And yeah, and the racing was good. Was good. Was it good? Was it as good as the one in the spring? No, but it was still good. Kansas never disappoints. I so yeah, I believe that this Kansas race was indeed good. So yeah, we had playoff drivers who had issues. Especially majority when it comes down to pit road. Like Denny Hamlin, he did finish inside the top 10, but his pit crew, man, this was not one of Denny Hamlin's pit crew's best performances this week. So yeah, another thing, the Penske drivers, they surprised me so much. They surprised me. I didn't think they would run this good, like at the start of the race. But then they started good, and then they just fell off. Like Cindric, he had an issue. He like spun out. He made contact with Kyle Busch, spun out and hit and scraped the inside wall. That killed his car. Ryan Blaney, I'm not sure where Blaney finished. He finished inside the top five after having a roller coaster day. And Joey Logano too. He started inside the top 10 in qualifying, and I don't know where he finished, man. He just didn't really have the race that he wanted. He started off good, and then after that, he had to come down the pit road to get a wheel, like to get his wheel tightened up. He just didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure where Joey Logano finished. I'm trying to look at the results. So yeah, oh, he finished 14th. He finished 14th. There you go. So yeah, Denny Hamlin, he finished eighth, top 10. Christopher Bell, he did rally back and finish seventh. So yeah, the incidences. There was like 8 cautions for incidents. I can barely count. I can barely like remember all of them. But Kyle Larson, gotta talk about Kyle Larson, man. Like he did not have a good day. I gotta say that this is the second time to open up a round of the playoffs where he had something go wrong, and he had like a tire go down, ended up scraping the wall, and ended up ruining his chance of a good day, of a good race. He ended up finishing 26 out of all that, so sucks for Kyle Larson, man. And man, if he has another bad day at Talladega next week, which anything can happen, he's gonna be in a position where if he gets involved in a wreck at Talladega next week, he's gonna be in below the cut line. So Larson definitely not safe at all. We're gonna take a look at the playoff standings towards the end of this video. So yeah, Jimmy Johnson, man, I did not expect Jimmy Johnson. Well, I know he was going to run some part-time races, but yeah, he was in this race too. He ended up finishing 36. He was involved in that first crash on the back straightaway. Collected Josh Berry, and others. So yeah, Carson Hocevar, he was having to have a good day, and then he got caught up in an incident on one of the final cautions. So, and one thing, man, if you're a Kyle Busch fan right now, dang, your guy was so close. Oh my, ugh, that that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking for me to watch because, oh my gosh, this guy is just so close to winning a race this season, and it's just, oh, Chase Briscoe, man, trying to stay on the lead lap. I get why he had to race that aggressive, but oh, shit. I get why Kyle Busch would be upset at Chase Briscoe. Totally get that, and but just wow, just unbelievable. From all those restarts and from all the pit road cycles, Kyle Busch overtook Chastain, and then Kyle Busch, he and Chase Briscoe got together, like I said, and gosh, that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking, Kyle Busch fans. I couldn't imagine what y'all are feeling right now. Um, and then out of the last restart, Ross Chastain took the lead away from Truex, which on the second to last restart, Truex took the lead, and then the caution came out for Carson Hocevar's spin, and then Martin Truex Jr. took the outside. Chastain pulled away, and he was able to hold on and get the job done. It's his first win of the season. Hasn't won since Phoenix last season for the championship race last season, the season finale last year. So Ross Chastain, man, just he this was not really the best. This was statistically, I would say, from how I've seen him, the worst of his 3 seasons that he's been at Trackhouse. But he's definitely ending out the season strong. He did get the win. It's really good to see Chastain win. Really, again, it was just 2 years ago where him and my favorite driver were beefing. And it was no, it's been almost 2 years since his wall ride. So yeah, yeah, Ross Chastain, man, he has become like over the past let's just say he's grown on me a lot. Like he has grown on me. He's from my home state, Florida. He has a really uniqueness. He has a unique way when it comes to celebrating, and his racing style is fun to watch. Like it is fun to watch Ross Chastain race, and yeah. So yeah, guys. Congratulations to Ross Chastain, man. You spoil again a non-playoff drivers. This is the second driver who is a non-playoff driver that has won race in these final 10 races. So happy for Ross Chastain, man. William Byron, he was close. He was catching up, but just didn't have enough in the end. So yeah. Now I'm going to take a look at the playoff standings after this race. So here they are on the screen. So yeah, William Byron, he got the most stage points. Well, Blaney actually got the most stage points, but Blaney overall got the majority of points today. So he is plus 34. He's in a comfortable position, but Talladega next week, man, no one's comfortable at this point. Ryan Blaney plus 28, Christopher Bell plus 28. Like I said, he ended up hitting the wall in the final moments of both stages. So this was a missed opportunity for Christopher Bell, if you ask me, because he could have won this race. Had not he scraped the wall twice, he could have won this race. Kyle Larson, he's now plus 18 after him blowing a tire. Just a bad luck scenario overall, if you ask me. Denny Hamlin, he was my pick to win this race, and I just he wasn't in my opinion, from what I've seen from him, he wasn't the fastest car. In my opinion, he did have a top 5 car, definitely a top 10, top 5 car, but I don't think he had the fastest car of the day. And plus, like I said, Denny Hamlin's pit crew wasn't really the best in today's race. So yeah, Alex Bowman, he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal in this race today. He won stage 2. He's now plus 8 above the cut line. Chase Elliott, he started from the back after having an engine after having like an engine issue yesterday. So yeah, he's +4, started from the back. And Joey Logano, he's also +4 above the cut line. He started good and then just finished not so good. His car had handling problems later in this race. One driver who I did not expect to be below the cut line, Tyler Reddick. I'm not sure what happened to Tyler Reddick in this race. His I thought he was like on one point inside the top 10, and he just fell out like a rock. This was not one of the best performances by Tyler Reddick. Like the regular season champion, man, Tyler Reddick. Ugh, man, but hey, I mean, he can make up for those points at Talladega. So, and he did win the last time they were at Talladega. He was at Talladega, so yeah. Daniel Suarez, he ended up finishing inside the top 15, and his car today was not good at all. So, and he ended up finishing 13th out of the day. So, good day. So, good, so better result than what they were originally were hoping for. But, well, so yeah, for Suarez, just the majority of the race just didn't have the greatest car. Chase Briscoe, he's minus 25 points below the cut line. Wow. Chase Briscoe, dude, he's now minus 25, not safe at all whatsoever. Um, so he just didn't show up. He just didn't show up. And Austin Cindric, he was involved. He spun out on the backstretch after making contact with Kyle Busch, and now he's minus 29 points below the cut line. So Austin Cindric, he's almost in currently almost in the must-win territory, but he can make up points at Talladega and the Roval. So yeah, so that is your playoff standings as of right now. Guys, in conclusion, this Kansas race was solid. It was really good. The restarts were fun to watch. I was at 1.5 wide heading into turn 1 and 2 onto the backstretch. Um, yeah, the racing was good. Of course, Kansas, the mile-and-a-half tracks for the next-gen cars have been really great. Um, yeah, so this Kansas race, really good. I give this race 7.5. 7.5 if you round it up to the nearest whole number, 8 out of 10. So that's how I see it for this race. Congratulations to Ross Chastain, man. Um, Now, like I said, we got Talladega next week. I will be there. I cannot wait to watch this race in person. So yeah, guys, what do you guys think about this race? Let me know in the comments below. And anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.